While I'm waiting for you guys to get back, I will set up what I need to set up. Oh, we got one person in the chat, in the stream. Hello, welcome. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, I don't know why it's been happening where I plan the stream in advance. I set the screen orientation to like horizontal, or like landscape or whatever, horizontal. And then when I actually save the settings and all that and I go to do the stream, it's like, nope, your screen's wrong. Anyway, hello to Aries and Craig, Stephanie, and our Super Mario Bros. 3. Jenny, hello, welcome. Juju B, nice, we've got everybody piling in. Hello, welcome. Tina, hello, welcome to the stream. Can you guys hear me? Just double checking because yesterday I had all kinds of issues with my microphone and audio. Okay, you guys can. Okay, perfect. Yeah, so, oh my God, yesterday I spent 3 hours recording, literally 3 hours. Okay, it was a big pick a card video and it was so in depth. It was like really, really good. The messages were like on point. You know, my connection with Spirit was super strong. I go to edit the videos. The sound is corrupted. There is no sound on 3 hours worth of recordings. Yeah, that was not a great feeling. I had to consciously choose to not get mad. I had to choose to just be like, okay, whatever. But we're streaming today and that's good. And I think maybe tomorrow I will work on that pick a card reading again. Of course, the specific pile one's reading, pile two, it's not going to be the exact same as what had come up before, but it's still going to be important messages. And I mean, maybe some of the same things will come up. Who knows? So we'll find out. All right. Craig, I'm going to add your question here to our list. Craig says, I'm planning 9 days of prayers for Clara. Is she ready? For those of you who are unfamiliar, Craig is a regular viewer here, and he's very, very close with his spirit guide, Clara. And I think that's very sweet. Okay, so 9 days of prayer for Clara. Is she ready? Ooh, okay, Stephanie is asking, am I close to getting an agent for my book? Hey, I think I remember in a previous stream, I read for you in a stream before, I think, and it was something about your book and it was making good progress or something like that. So this is exciting. So let's see, close to getting an agent. And then any blocks to be aware of. Oh yeah, okay, and then I just saw the end of your of your comment. You confirmed for me I'm meant to be a writer in past reading. Yes, I do. I remember now. Yep. Okay. Princess K is looking for guidance. Okay. Guidance on how to connect, okay, to guides and grandparents who have passed. Aw, of course. Okay. Is there something specific that I should be doing so that I know they are present? Okay. Okay, we'll add you to the list. Juju. Tremendous windfall in January. When you're talking about windfall, are you talking about money? Or some other kind of abundance? That's exciting either way. Okay, and then, okay, so we got Stephanie, and then we got Big Steph. Do I have another major relocation in my life, or am I in the right place? Okay. Okay, so let's see, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Gene XO, future of finances. DK, welcome D to the stream. Will I get my own place to live soon? Okay, let's see. We'll add that. Three, 4, 5. There's 7 right now. You know what? Let's do 10 on the list. Okay, Brenda and Wendy will be number 8 and number 9, and then after Wendy MM will be the last one, and then I'm gonna close the queue. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so Brenda. Lovely surprise in the coming weeks. I hope so. Who doesn't love a lovely surprise? I love surprises. I mean, like when it's, when it's good things, good surprise. Okay, and then Wendy is asking, how will retirement go? Okay, and then I'm going to close the queue after Wendy MM. How will retirement go? Okay. And then, depending on how things go by the time we get to the end of the list, I can always do a couple more, or we'll see what happens. Now, before we jump into the readings, I wanted to show you guys, I got these pretty bracelets in the mail from a company called Otter Spirit. And they actually are sponsoring my next video. I mentioned before a bunch of you came into the stream, some of you may have seen the short that I posted this morning, or like the Instagram reel that I'd made. And I had done this whole big 3 hours worth of content, making a big pick a card reading, what's coming next in love for singles and for people in relationships and stuff like that. And it was the messages were so deep and divine, and like the spiritual connection was like on fire. And then all the audio was corrupted and there was no sound. And all of my work, all of that work was, I don't want to say it was for nothing, because it was really good practice for me connecting with spirit and getting used to doing these longer form things. And yeah, they were going to sponsor that video. So tomorrow, I'm going to re-record it and then do the full sponsorship plug. Anyway, so yeah, Otter Spirit sent me these 3 bracelets: citrine, golden tiger eye, and pyrite. And they came from, you can get, I think they're called stacks or collections, and you can have them based on like your intentions or based on your zodiac or whatever. And I think the intention pack that I chose, I think was abundance or prosperity or something like that. And so what comes with each bracelet is a pretty card here, you know, showing what gem that they used. And then they have a nice little affirmation: success flows effortlessly. Everything I need to be successful is within me, and courage and clarity guide my path. Yeah, and I think the cool thing about Otter Spirit is that a portion of their proceeds actually go towards, like, I think it's like habitat restoration and stuff, but protecting the otters, at least in North America anyway. They are a US-based company. And I think it's very sweet. It's a noble cause. I actually have a link in the description where you can get, they don't have, not just these, and it's not just bracelets. You can get like different kinds of jewelry, pendants, earrings, etc., and all different kinds of stones. So I do have a link in the description there, and if you use the code WRTC, you'll actually get a discount. But full disclosure, I will make a commission, a small little commission, if like every time that link and I think that code too is used. So if that's something you're interested in, like getting anything from their site, just use the link, use the code. Not only will you get a discount, you will actually help support my channel and my small business as a tarot advisor. All right, sponsorship plug aside, we're gonna put these over there. We are gonna go ahead with our readings. Ooh, Moldavite and Obsidian. Yeah, Obsidian is pretty. That's one of my favorites. Today we're using the Bob's Burgers Tarot because I feel like it's fun, it's silly, and it just injects some like joy and levity. Is levity the right word? Anyway, lightheartedness into our readings. Excuse me, I got a frog in my throat. I'm gonna shut the fan off behind me just in case that's a little loud. There we go. Make sure I have my water. Okay. And we're gonna start. I'm gonna shuffle. I'm gonna take this water off the table. I'm going to, shuffle. And we'll start with Craig. Craig is planning on doing 9 days of prayers for Clara, his spirit guide. And more specifically, Clara Bow. I think that's really cool that you're working with. Well, it's cool that you're like so close with your spirit guide and that you know like who it is and you know when she's around. And it's just like, I don't know, it's just really cool that it happens to be like this old classic actor. And from what I have heard and read, she was a kind and very interesting and lovely person. So let's see. 9 days of prayers for Clara. Is she ready? And is there anything that maybe she wants you to know or that anybody else from your spiritual team wants you to know? Oh, these cards shuffle so nicely. I love doing the bridge shuffle. Like this part is fun. Oop. But it's when you like put them back in your hand. I don't know. I don't really like ASMR, but when it comes to doing these cards and stuff, there's something that just kind of tickles my brain. There, that's what I was talking about. All right, let's jump in. I'll make sure I arrange these so you can see them, hopefully without light glare. Okay, King of Swords, 7 of Pentacles. Chariot. Yeah, she's ready for sure. We'll go more into these in a second. Let's see. World. And, all right, 7 of Cups. Bottom of the deck, Queen of Cups. Okay. And the way that I interpret the Bob's Burgers Tarot is actually a little different for some cards than the way I interpret most other tarot decks. It's just the way that the artist or the creator of this particular deck, it's just the way that they made the cards and some of the symbolism and stuff. So if you're following along and you're used to the Rider-Waite, it might be a little bit different. But anyways, okay, what do we have here? Two of Swords, 7 of Pentacles. There's some kind of, yeah, you're leveling up some kind of wisdom here. And now I said that earlier, that she's ready for your like 9 days of prayer and stuff. But she's like, are you ready? Because yeah, I keep getting this, like, you're leveling up, like the next step. And it's going to be big when it comes to like your spiritual development and your growth and that way, and your spiritual wisdom in that way. Oh, I kind of understand. Okay. And I see like there's something about the last 7 years. You've been preparing for this shift for the last 7 years. I don't know if that's maybe something you were consciously aware of during that time, but like deep down, there's a part of you that was preparing for, it's like another cycle of spiritual awakening, I think is what's happening here. I pick up that you've, excuse me, you are spiritually awakened, but we often go through multiple cycles of it. It doesn't just happen once in life for some people. For some it does, but a lot of times we kind of go through it, excuse me, again and again. And each time we maybe go a little bit deeper or we awaken a little bit more. A lot of times it's over and over in little cycles because there's often so much information from Spirit, but they don't want us to be overwhelmed or confused or afraid. So they let us wake up just little bits at a time when they, when they see that it's best for us. So yeah, something about the last 7 years, your soul, like an inner part of you has been preparing. Yeah, the World card, the end of this particular chapter of life. Now that's not meant to sound like foreboding or anything like that. No, it's just, how do I explain this? Okay, Spirit's giving me, this is so confusing, Spirit. What are you doing? Dream within a dream is like the example they're giving me. So have you ever had this where it's, you're actually sleeping and you're dreaming at night and in your dream, you wake up and you're like, wow, that was a really weird dream. And then you kind of go about your business and things are maybe a little weird. And then you wake up again, except it's for real and you're actually in your room this time. Dream within a dream. So you have woken up. Okay. I'm going to try and word this so that it's easy to understand. You woke up from that first, like, dream within a dream. Yeah. You're currently in the state where you're still dreaming, but it's like, oh, well, that was a weird, that was strange. And you think you're awake or you're a little bit more awake. Now the cycle you're going into is like you're waking up like for real, boom, like very, like completely. That's what I'm getting. Becoming like completely awakened and completely aware spiritually, which I think that's awesome for you. Yeah, T-Lin, it's like lucid dreaming. Yes, I think they're also called meta dreams. That might be the word I'm looking for, that dream within a dream, meta dreams. I think that's what it is. But yeah, it often comes with lucid dreaming. Because when you're lucid, you're aware, right? All right. 7 of Cups and Chariot. Now, Chariot, this is Clara saying, absolutely, I'm ready. And there's something about like buckle up. This is going to be, it's going to be fascinating. It's going to be an interesting ride. And with Seven of Cups, okay, she's here to help you and guide you through any confusion that comes up along the way. Because you might have some doubts about, well, am I actually ready for this? Like, am I actually enlightened enough to, to understand? Because there's going to be wisdom coming to you that at first you might not understand what it means. You might be channeling some kind of messages or teachings, or actually in dreams too. I'm seeing like your dreams at night, you'll probably get a lot of messages too. And she's going to be there to help you clear up the confusion. She'll be like, oh, well, actually, here's what this means. And she'll help you to understand things in a way that best works for you. Queen of Cups. I feel like this is Clara. That Queen of Cups, Queen of Cups is usually very compassionate and has like a soft heart, an open heart. And then I'm just seeing here with Linda sleeping on the couch. This is kind of what gives me that inkling, or that knowing that a lot of the teachings are going to come through your dreams at night when you're sleeping. You may actually, I don't know if you're already a lucid dreamer, if that's something you are able to do or take control of your dreams or become aware in them, but that I think is going to also become part of your path. You can use your dreams and your subconscious as a tool to assist your awakening. Oh, Murray, thank you. Hello to you too. All right, we're gonna pull some runes. Volume warning, because these are a little loud when I mix them up. So, okay. And like last week, and I think the week before on stream, I'm still looking in the book for, how to read the runes. I do go by what's in the book. I don't read reversals for runes the way I do with tarot. But, excuse me, with the guidebook aside, I also just work on listening to spirit's messages and intuitive messages that come in with the runes. We have the Laguz rune, letter L. L could be something significant to you. Oh, excuse me. Whew, I almost had a sneeze come up there. So yeah, L could be something significant to you, that, a name, or could be another guide or someone that you have. Anyway, water is the meaning. Okay, and with our Queen of Cups, look at this. Cups, that's the water element. That's the emotional, spiritual kind of element. Emotions, water, renewal, life, energy. I also think what's happening here with this water, I think Clara is going to guide you through, there's going to be some kind of an emotional release that she's going to guide you through. And she's just saying, like, you might cry, and that's okay, but she's here. She's going to help you. She's kind of like, aw, okay. The image that I'm being shown is like you're sitting on the couch next to her. You have your Kleenex. Maybe there's like some grief or just something that needs to be released. And crying is often the most effective way to release our emotional stuff from the body. And she's sitting there and she's got her arm around you and she's like, they're there. And it's like she's comforting you like a mom comforting a child in a way. Like I get that kind of vibe from this energy and how she's going to help you through this awakening. That is very, very sweet. Yeah, you're in good hands. You're ready for this level of awakening and enlightenment, and you're in good hands with it. All right, so next I'm going to do a Moonology card. just any more information for you regarding this 9 days of prayer, this enlightenment, this awakening. We have you are good enough. Oop. And I think that kind of came up earlier too in this reading, where you might have the doubts, like, am I, do I deserve this? Am I good enough? Am I enlightened enough? And yes, you are. You're ready. You're ready. You deserve, everybody deserves this deep connection to Spirit, but Spirit's just saying, like, don't worry about whether you're pure enough or good enough. You are. And if you weren't, I'm hearing, we would make you good enough. So there's that. And that seems really good for you. All right. Now we're going to put these back and we'll move to our next reading. And that is for Stephanie and her book. Is she close to getting an agent for the book? Because she was meant to be a writer, is meant to be a writer. I remember that reading now that we did. That was quite a while ago. Let's see. Let's get a look at the progress that Spirit wants to share. Close to getting an agent for the book. Okay, 6 of Cups, 9 of Cups, 7 of Wands, King of Cups. Wow. Okay, holy cups. We got a lot of cups. Oh my goodness. Okay. Literally one card is Wands. Okay, but before I actually do the cards for you, Spirit's guiding me to, like, share a fun fact. Okay, a fun fact for you. Lauren Bouchard is the creator of Bob's Burgers, and this show has become incredibly successful. Craig, thanks for the super chat. The show has become incredibly successful. But before Bob's Burgers, years before, he was also the creator of an HBO comedy series called Dr. Kat's Professional Therapist. Before he became a creator for Dr. Kat's Professional Therapist, if I am remembering this information correctly, he actually worked as a bartender. That was his, I guess, night job. That was his regular job. And at this point, he wasn't really, this is like I think the early 1990s. He wasn't really sure about his success as an animator or as a creative. And then one night, Tom Snyder, who was the producer and a co-creator of Dr. Kat's Professional Therapist, and who happened to be one of Lauren Bouchard's old school teachers, came into his work, I think it was when he was bartending, came into the bar. They got talking. And, Tom Snyder's like, well, I'm trying to work on this series, and I have, some of these animated shorts, and I really like your work. And I can't remember if he maybe got Lauren Bouchard to, or if Bouchard came up with some kind of animated shorts or something like that. But anyway, Tom Snyder, this producer, is like, hey, I really like your work. I think you're very talented. I remember you being a good student, et cetera, et cetera. You know, come and work with me and let's see what we can do. So Lauren Bouchard takes Tom Snyder's offer and is like, yeah, okay, let's work together. Let's do this. And they ended up coming up with Dr. Kat's Professional Therapist. And that, it ran very briefly during the mid to late 90s, but it was a very successful show. It ended up being, like very, it's very funny. You can actually find all the episodes on YouTube for free. It was very funny. It was very just like very entertaining. A lot of comedians who guest starred, a lot of them who were still up and coming, actually like really jumped into being famous and successful after appearing on Dr. Katz. Like we got Ray Romano, who was still new to comedy, and then he started guest starring on this show, and all of a sudden he became very successful and famous. And Spirit is telling me to tell you that even though like right now you might be in a place where you're doubting your creativity, your ability as a writer, you know, do I have what it takes? Am I talented enough? They're saying yes. Everybody who has become a very successful and well-known creative has started off in the very same place as you. Started off, I should, maybe not like every, but Spirit's telling me like so many. They start off, you know, working these normal jobs and having this passion in their heart. And then eventually they receive opportunities to maybe explore their talents and to keep working on their skills, opportunities to have their work be put out there and seen by others. So Spirit's saying like, we're, you know, for you to not be discouraged, because the creator of Bob's Burgers, in this extremely successful cartoon, even more, it has become even more popular than Dr. Kat's Professional Therapist, of course. Its creator started off a lot like you. Okay, but now we're going to get into the cards. I'm seeing, okay, 7 of Wands. There's a lot of work to do over the next, I'm seeing 6 to 9 months. Cups are months. 6 to 9 months. Maybe there's, I don't know if you're still working on the manuscript or if it's finished, but I'm seeing just like reviewing and editing and what else am I saying? I'm just getting the word like lore. So maybe this is a series you're working on and you're just kind of building up like the lore, the backstory, the world building that goes with it. I'm also seeing like marketing and like promoting yourself as an author, as a writer. I'm seeing also like inner work, emotional work. Oh yeah, you're saying you sent that manuscript out to agents for the millionth time. I'm seeing emotional work being done too over the next 6 to 9 months. You know what? Kind of like in Craig's reading that we just did, there were like those feelings of unworthiness. Like, am I good enough? Am I pure enough? Am I smart enough? I mean, it could be, am I enlightened enough? Spirit's like, yeah, yes. But there's going to be some kind of limiting core beliefs for you to, I'm getting like flush out of your system, to dump out. I'm seeing like all these wine glasses. I'm seeing the image of like somebody just dumping them out into the sink. It's old wine that's like sat out in the glass overnight and it's gotten gross. It doesn't have to be wine. It could be, root beer, some other kind of pop that's gone flat and is kind of gross. So it's being dumped out. No longer serves you. These kind of limiting beliefs about yourself and these doubts are going to be fleshed out, I think, from your mind, from your body, and from your consciousness over the next several months. something about with the Seven of Wands. Like, you're already coming up with ideas for your next books. I think you already have plans made for your next book. Spirit's saying, like, to go ahead with that too. To keep yourself going and busy and keep yourself writing. And I don't know if you write articles or not, but I'm seeing something about submitting articles maybe. Just like smaller projects here and there to get your name out there. King of Cups, Page of Cups, Five of Cups. Okay, Five of Cups. Usually it's weird, I'm being instructed to read these out of order. Five of Cups here. I see that you've had a lot of rejections or a lot of ghosting. You just never hear back from the agent or from the publisher or whatever. And that really sucks. I hate when that happens. You put yourself out there, like an application or a project or whatever, and you just don't hear back at all. So I get that. I'm hearing from Spirit, like, don't despair. She's got all these empty cups here, all of these like no, or like just lack of responses. And then she's got one that's full and she's satisfied, like she's happy here. I think eventually you will. Yeah, I think you will see an agent with this King of Cups. Now, Bob is looking pretty rough on here, but I think it's when you're like, oh, I give up. Like, I'm so exhausted with this. I'm just so tired of this book. I'm so tired of like having to, submit all these things. I'm tired of having to contact all these people. Finally, someone's like, hey, actually, I really like this. I'm going to do one more tarot card just to clarify. Five of Pentacles. I said one more, but I have two that want to come out. And Hermit. Yeah, you've spent several years at least on this book. I'm seeing like Five of Pentacles, like 5 years. Like this has been like a labor of love over the last 5 years. And yeah, I see that with the Hermit, where you've kind of just been in the zone. You've been I guess like it makes sense for writers anyway, because a lot of times writers do just work from home. If that's something you do, I kind of pick that up. And they're often, I find that a lot of writers seem to get more done when they're alone, and that makes sense too, lack of distractions and stuff. But I also think that this agent, whoever it is that's coming in for you, they recognize the work you've put in over the years. They're going to want to look at stuff you've written but have never actually shown anyone. Like, you might just consider it like garbage or practice writing or rough draft or whatever, but he's going to want to see it to sort of get a look at like your personality as an author and your writing style. And he's going to give you a lot of really good wisdom, because I think this agent, whoever it is also an author, and has also been through what you've been through with all the rejections and the trying. Yeah, I think I'm getting the word sage. Like, you're getting some kind of sage advice from someone who's been in the industry for a long time. I think this is going to be an older person. Like, I'm seeing like perhaps in their 50s. They've been in this industry for forever. Any blocks and stuff too. I think the blockages here are perhaps emotional. I pick up that sometimes you kind of shrink yourself down to be more palatable to other people. Don't do this. You don't have to change, your persona. You don't have to change the way you write in order for your book to read like maybe somebody else's who is established and successful. You don't have to, you don't need to change. There are fundamental aspects of yourself that you don't need to change, because it's these aspects of yourself and your writing, the way that you write, the voice you have, that's very unique. And that when other people start to read it, like they're going to really connect with it, and it's going to really impact them. And I think that's what is going to happen with this agent too. Okay, volume warning. These ones are all flipped over, but we have this, looks like a lightning bolt. Can't remember which letter it's supposed to be, but we'll look at this. We'll get there. Sowilo. Okay, so it's letter S. I mean, you start with S, so that's kind of fun. But S could be a significant letter in another way. Maybe this agent, maybe his name starts with an S, or his agency or whatever, maybe who he represents, they could start with an S. We have Sun, good guidance, wholeness, awareness, hope, goals achieved, individual victory, and honor. So yeah, I think that you will eventually, this goal that you have to have this published, to have this work out there so that other people can read it and enjoy it, I think this will happen. Yeah, something significant about that letter S. Okay, so it's November now. May, June, July. Okay, so 9 months from now will be August, but I was kind of getting September. Something about September being like a good month for you. So maybe September like 2025, there's major progress on this or something like that. I know that seems like quite a while from now, but considering how long you've been working on this book, it won't be like too big of a jump, that 9-10 months from now. All right, let's look at the Moonology for Stephanie and her book. Eventually, once this is published, I would love to read it and promote it and help get your name and your stuff out there, because honestly, I love supporting individual creators. I believe we have our room in our universe and our world for all kinds of ideas and experiences. Wendy, thanks for the super chat. Yeah, you're very close to achieving your goal. I love that for you. If you've been feeling like giving up lately, Spirit's saying don't, because another mental image they're showing me is someone drilling for oil, which is, anyway, they're drilling and drilling and drilling, and they've hit nothing, right? And they're like, oh my God, I've spent so much time drilling here, and like we've spent so much money trying to get this done, and like the spot is empty, it's dry, there's nothing, and they're about to give up and pack and haul everything away. And then suddenly they're like, you know what, just for the hell of it, we're going to try this one more time. We're just going to go that little bit deeper. We're going to give it one more effort, and we'll see what happens. And then that's when they strike oil. And I'm seeing like the tower, the derrick, I think it's called, the rig, whatever. You know how like in the cartoons, the oil like whoosh, comes out the top, kind of like a volcano. That's kind of what I'm seeing. You're at that stage where you're like, you know what? Let's try it one more time. Let's give it one more shot and just see what happens before we pack it up. And then yeah, that's when you hit oil. Okay, so that's what I have for you. I hope that was helpful. I'm going to put these back. And then we're going to move on to Princess K. Princess K is wondering how to connect to her guides and her grandparents who are on the other side, and signs that they are near. All right, so Princess K wants to learn to connect with her guides and her grandparents who are on the other side. We're going to keep that 10 of Pentacles that's come out. I love the pictures. And some of these cards are hilarious. I love Aunt Gail. She's one of the funniest characters in the show. All right. This 10 of Pentacles, the imagery reminds me of, it's Studio Ghibli, and I don't know, I can't remember which film they're referencing on this card, but Spirit keeps telling me, like, Spirited Away. So I don't know if, like, those movies or, you know, anything like Studio Ghibli, like, I don't know if anything like that resonates with you, but it's possible. Totoro, My Neighbor Totoro, that's what this one's referencing. Okay, but I keep getting, Spirit keeps telling me Spirited Away. But what it's saying to me is, like, when we have our loved ones on the other side, we feel like they're so far away and like they're unreachable, and that, you know, no matter what, we can never have them again or have them close to us again. But Spirit's saying, actually, you are not as far away from them as you think. Sometimes we think of heaven, and Spirit's telling me to use the word heaven in this case, so maybe that is like something that, you know, you resonate with. But we often think of heaven as being this destination, this location that's way far away. A lot of people think of it as up in the sky, up above outer space, and like it's this impossible distance, this long distance to get to. But it's actually not. It's okay, sorry, Spirit's just giving me a lot of images and stuff that I'm trying to work out. It all exists all at once, but it's on a different frequency. Okay, so Spirit wants me to use like the radio as an example. We're sitting like in our living room with the radio. We have it on maybe channel 1. And, you know, that's where you're listening to whatever kind of music. Channels 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. all still exist, and you can all access them from your living room, but you have to tune into them. You can't just be on channel, you know, BBC 1 and be like, I want to listen to Cabin Pressure. Why does the station never ever play Cabin Pressure? When maybe Cabin Pressure is on BBC Radio 4 or something. You got to just tune in to the proper station to be able to get what it is that you want. So for your spirit guides, and I'm actually going to go into this Page of Cups now. For your spirit guides, we have, I'm seeing a phone with like missed calls. You know, like you've had your phone on silent for a while, or it's been in your purse while you're working, and you go and check it on your break, and you're like, oh my God, I got a bunch of missed calls from my mom, or, you know, got a bunch of missed calls from, it's like that, like from your guides. I'm seeing missed calls and notifications and voicemails where they have been, and they're very patient with this. They understand that it's hard for us to learn how to connect with them. They get that. because from the human limitations, it is kind of hard. We have to, when we come here to Earth, we forget how to still communicate with spirit. We forget, and we have to remember. So there's something about just making sure that you're tuned in, and I think maybe a meditative practice, because I got 4 of Swords here with quieting of the mind and resting your mind. You can do that through meditation, or just through, and I don't know, like meditation is often, I think, one of the more effective ways to do this, but Spirit's also saying, like, to just take time to sit in silence. I'm getting that word quiet. I'm seeing something about going for a walk. You're out for a walk by yourself, and you're walking past, like, out in nature, and your thoughts eventually sort of quiet down, and you get into this just like zone where you're very peaceful and you feel very open. Your heart chakra is very open. You're very connected. And then Spirit has an easier time getting their messages through to you. This card always makes me laugh. Ace of Wands. Your guides have a sense of humor, and I pick up like your grandparents on the other side. This is not a medium reading, but Spirit's just letting me know this. Like, they all have a sense of humor over there. I'm hearing something about crude methods. Maybe trying to connect with your guides, maybe there's something you're doing that's more complicated than it needs to be. Okay, so this is not coming from me. This is coming from Spirit. I mean, everything that I've been saying here is coming from Spirit, unless otherwise stated. But this is coming from Spirit, and I'm just going to say it the way they say it. You can't receive messages. I'm seeing something about like writing letters, actual like letters and pictures and stuff by eating the crayons. You have to, the crayons are a tool. So maybe there's something about channeling. You could be struggling with channeling or something like that. And it's like, no, you don't have to do anything. You just have to be aware and be open, and the messages will come. You don't have to get the message from eating the crayons. You get the message from using the crayons. I don't know why they're showing me crayons and eating crayons and stuff, but I'm not saying that you eat crayons. But there's something that's more complicated than it needs to be that you can simplify. Queen of Pentacles. This feels like, now, because you want to also connect with your grandparents. And again, this is not a medium reading. I don't intend to do a medium reading on this stream, but this is like from your grandmother. And I'm hearing something about like, I got you, baby. That's so cute. That's like, no matter how old you get, you're still her baby. And something about like, yeah, I got you, baby. She's going to provide for you. She's going to help line up opportunities for your best growth. She's going to help line up opportunities for, for you maybe to find abundance, for you to tap into, there's some kind of spiritual richness. She's going to help you. Seven of Swords. I think you've been placing limits on yourself. Well, I don't know if I'm psychic enough to do this. Or perhaps, again, like I don't really know like your religious or spiritual upbringing or background, but let's say like you came from Catholicism or something. Again, I don't know, but it's just an example. Like say you came from Catholicism where they teach you that you connect with God through the priest, or like some other type of religious, doesn't have to be Catholicism, but some other type of religious upbringing where they're like, no, you don't connect with, your connection with God is through a third party or through a church or through, like a priest or a a clergy or whatever, and no, it's wrong to communicate with spirit because it's dangerous, it's all that. It's not wrong and it's not dangerous. And it's actually very natural, and we are encouraged by spirit to connect with them and have a relationship with spirit for ourselves. So if that's something that maybe you're worrying about, or you have like some lingering beliefs maybe still buried kind of in the subconscious, it'll be worthwhile to examine those. And this is on the bottom of the deck. Spirit's telling me we're not reading any more off the bottom, but it might be a good idea to just examine what maybe your beliefs are, if you have any doubts or any fears. Because I think that's what's contributing to the missed calls and the messages, you know, from your guides. We're going to do some runes. I can never remember what this one's called. I'll show it in a second. Here, hang on. The Ansu's rune. Letter A. I mean, it looks like an F. I mean, F could be significant. A could be significant, meaning God, chieftain, reference to the god Odin, associated with mind, voice within, signals, inspiration, true vision, and self-knowledge. This is Spirit's confirmation that connecting with them is absolutely safe. I picked that up for sure. That your divine connection will get stronger the more you learn to communicate with your guides, and the more that like you pick up on the signs that they're near. We're gonna just do one more. Signs that they are with you. So I know that's something you were looking for. What's a sign for Princess K to know? A sign from her guides so that she knows that they're around. Okay, we got temperance. There's healing. There's taking it slow. Okay, I get this. Being overcome with the sense of peace and well-being. The sense of, it's okay. Like some part of your mind just sort of quiets down. And then you just feel this like calm. You feel at ease. A feeling of being calm and at ease. I also pick up something about the water. Like, I mean, first of all, and I say this to everybody all the time, make sure you're drinking enough water. Because not only is that good for your physical body, but it is also good for your spiritual connection. But there's also something about like being around the water, your like your awareness kind of like intensifies, I guess. Your signal, there's something about like your signal, again with the radio example, like the signal becomes stronger, I guess, when you're near water or when you have water. And if you're not living anywhere near the water, it's maybe keeping a water bottle with you while you're doing meditations, or if you read cards or anything like that, to just keep water with you and make sure that you're drinking it. Something about becoming a clear channel through the use of water. Oh, maybe this is going to sound weird, but this does happen for a lot of people. Maybe in the shower. Because a lot of times you can do like a cleansing practice for yourself when you're in the shower, because you're washing your physical self, but you also can set the intention that, you know, as the water runs over and cleans my physical body, so too does spirit come in and cleanse my energetic body, cleanse my spiritual body, cleanse my mind and my heart. And I think some insights, really good insights and stuff, come to you when you're in the shower. So that's interesting. That's interesting to know. We're going to do a moonology for you. Win-win outcome is forecast. Now, I'm not an astrologer, but full moon in Libra could mean something to you. Win-win outcome is forecast. I think this means despite your worries and the doubts that maybe you have, you will be able to start hearing from your guides and connecting with them. They're right there, they're ready, they're waiting. It's just about quieting your mind and tuning in. Okay, so that's what I have for you, Princess K. I hope that was helpful. Hello to everybody who's joined the chat. Ocean, welcome. I'm going to now put these back. And we're going to move on to our next reading, and that is for Jujubee. Juju is wondering if they're going to get a tremendous financial windfall in January. If there's anything Spirit wants them to know about that. Okay, let's see. Whoa! I mean, okay, King of Pentacles, that is a good sign. That's like long-term stability and wealth. We're going to put that back in the deck, though. Financial windfall in January for Jujubee. Let's see. What's going on with that, Spirit? Okay, Page of Pentacles. I'm seeing like a small, it's going to start off as like a small gift or a small offering. Okay, Five of Swords. PK, or Princess K, thank you for your super chat. Tower. Okay. Here's what I get is happening. So, I mean, we did see that King of Pentacles did jump out there when we were shuffling. That's like the big windfall, the big, like, long-term wealth and stability. I think that is still perhaps an option, like it's still a possibility for you, but it's going to start off with a smaller windfall first. I'm getting, I'm being shown like a bank account or something where you have all these funds in it, but you only have access to like little bits at a time, or you only have access to a little bit of the money first, and then after a certain amount of time, the rest of it will become available. Five of Swords and Tower. What is 5 weeks from now? There's something in the next 5 weeks that's going to like really shift and change for you with that Tower. Something about your, is it your work maybe? Something about your routine or the way that things have been in your life are going to be upended, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. Let's see, today, it's early November, so it's November 2nd, so first week in November, so 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess 5 weeks, that takes you into December sometime. So perhaps sometime in December, something changes, and I'm seeing like there's a lot of work to do or conditions to be met before you can access the rest of like what we had. Like it could literally be a bank account because, you know, you are asking about finances, but I think maybe in December you get that first little bit of access, and then the rest of it comes later. There's like some steps or some requirements you maybe have to meet to be able to do that. Do you get paid for something through PayPal? Because I keep being reminded of PayPal. I keep seeing something about, because I know this from experience. When you set up a new PayPal account, and somebody sends you money, when it's over a certain amount, you actually don't have access to the money right away. You will have to wait. I think their rule is like 3 weeks or something like that. You got to wait. But you can get the money sooner if there are steps you have to take. You got to verify your information, and then you got to link a bank account, and then you got to prove that whatever product or service that somebody paid for actually went to the person who paid for it. Like, there are a couple of hoops you got to jump through in order to have access to your money right when the person pays it to you. So perhaps that is something that you're kind of dealing with right now. I'm seeing something about like, well, and again, like, I don't know anything about like your family or your socioeconomic background, but I'm being reminded of like a trust fund where after a certain age, you can have access to the money in the account. And before then, either somebody else has to like sign off on it, or there are some kind of requirements you need to meet. But then once you've met the requirement or the age limit or whatever, then you have access to the full thing. So yeah, I'm seeing next 5 weeks, you'll see a little bit of the windfall. I need to know more about this tower though, Spirit. What's changing? What's upending here? Queen of Swords. Hierophant. There may be some kind of, I don't know about legal requirements, but there's some kind of, okay, now Spirit's giving me another example, like lottery. Again, I don't know where you live or your background or anything like that, but I'm seeing like when you win a lottery, at least here in Alberta, you have to go through it's WLC or something, Western Lottery Corporation or something like that. I probably got it wrong, but you have to go through them like to get the money, and there's requirements I think you have to meet. There's something like this, some kind of like legal or like bureaucratic kind of requirement. You're going to be meeting with somebody who's going to help you to get access to the rest of the finances. A Hierophant is like rules. There's some kind of rules or something that need to be followed, or policies or something that need to be followed before you're able to access the rest of the windfall. All right. Ooh, that one rolled way across the table. Okay, we got the Ansu's. I think that's what that one was again, the Ansu's rune. And we got a, oh, look at that. I opened right to the right page. Yeah, Ansu's rune. Mind, voice within, signals, inspiration, true vision, self-knowledge. True vision, self-knowledge. I keep seeing something about financial literacy. Maybe that's something you've been trying to teach yourself more about. Interesting, interesting. Okay, but we're going to go to the next rune, and that is that arrow-looking one, and it is the Tewaz. Letter T, so T could be something significant to you. Meaning the sky god, terror, leadership, warrior, balance, self-sacrifice, logical thought, rationality, victory. Yeah, I don't know. I keep being brought back to like some kind of like rules. You have to work around some kind of rules and meet some kind of minimum requirements. And again, like it could be through an institution like your bank or something like that in order to access the rest of whatever it is that you're going to get. But I see that right away you'll receive like a little bit, a small amount of it. We're going to do, where are my Moonologies? Over here. We're going to do a Moonology card for you. More info for Juju B about the tremendous windfall in January. Okay. There's confidence is your key to success. Okay. I think that's like advocating for yourself and standing up for yourself and being like, no, I'm entitled to this. Again, with like the bank account or something about like frozen assets or something like that, where they want you to like prove that you can have this, and you're like, well, yeah, of course I can. This is rightfully mine, and I'm going to show you how this is rightfully mine. Be bold and make the first move with the cardinal moon. So be bold and make the first move. That might be yeah, that's going to be important for you. I think you might be waiting for someone to do something for you, or for an opportunity, or for something to drop into your lap, but you may have to actually take a little bit of inspired action first. All right, so that's what I have for you, Juju. I really hope that was helpful. So it looks like next few weeks there, you'll receive something like a small portion of the bigger picture, or the bigger thing that it is that you're looking for. All right, so we got our next reading is for Big Steph. Another major relocation, or is she in the right place right now? Another major relocation, or is she in the right place? King of Wands. King of Wands, Queen of Wands. That's fun. That's fun getting a nice little matching. These two are not a couple on the show, but I was going to say a nice little matching couple of court cards. Four of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, the Devil. Louise is like perfect for the Devil card. That is so funny. Don't worry, this Devil's not like a bad thing. It's not anything that you haven't already experienced or been through. There's something here with the King and Queen of Wands about, I can make this work. I think short answer, yeah, you are in the right place. Moving sucks. So I can understand with that, maybe that Devil, like you've had to deal before with like running into continuous problems when it comes to moving house, or, just like complications that keep coming up, or maybe reasons why in the past you've had to relocate to other places. But yeah, King of Wands, Queen of Wands, there's something about, I can make this work. Creating a home, like taking something about like you have your house, but you can make it into your home. There's a difference between it being just a house and it being a home and feeling like a home. Something about your community as well, being able to create your community and feel at home within your community. Now that could be your community, like your municipality, but it could also be your community as in the people that you choose to be around, that chosen family, or a community of friends. Maybe there's like your spiritual community or something like that. Four of Pentacles. Yeah, things were really, I can see where things were maybe unstable in the past, and that makes sense, especially when you've had to relocate multiple times. And I get that, and I can understand maybe the insecurity of, do I want to get too attached to this place? Do I want to get attached and comfortable in this town? Because in the past, you didn't want to become too attached or too comfortable, because you had to just pack up and move again. And I see where that, yeah, I see how that causes problems, but I have 10 of Pentacles here, and that's your long-term stability. There is, I think you have an opportunity with wherever you are right now, you have the opportunity to stay long-term, to, yeah, something about building your stability. I don't know, maybe if you're renting or owning a house, but I'm seeing like stability with your finances, because moving is also expensive, and having to pack and, you know, either take time off of work or you have to leave your job because you're relocating, and like having to, sometimes you need to hire help and you're paying for the gas, and oh my God, gas is expensive, doesn't matter where you are. And like the deposit, you know, a lot of places, oh, you got to pay the first month of rent and the security deposit. Some places are extra crooked and ask for the first month and the last month and the deposit. It all adds up. It is hella expensive. But I'm seeing that if you're staying where you are, you have the opportunity to, that money that would be put towards all of the deposits and the moving fees and the gas and all that, it gets saved, right? Or you can use it for other things. The Devil. Yeah, you were running, there was something you were running from in the past, and it could have been part of why you had to keep relocating. You don't have to run anymore. I think whatever it is done chasing you, or whatever you felt like was chasing you and following you. I think it's done. I don't think it's following you anymore. It could be an energy that was following you. I mean, it could have been a person even, but I'm picking up it was more like an energy. Yeah. I think it's like you're in a place now where it's safe to stay at long term, and I'm seeing something about growing roots. You can actually allow yourself to grow roots and expand them instead of constantly being like, oh, 6 months I have to pack up, my lease is done, or oh, I've been here a year, like I gotta go. So let's do some runes. Yeah, I like what you said there. No matter where you go, there you are. Yeah. And that sometimes we all have demons that we face. We all have traumas or issues or whatever, and you can only run away from them for so long before you realize, okay, well, this part of my life is not going away. I have to just face it. And it seems like you maybe have done that, and that's where this devil kind of stops sort of being an issue, whatever it is, stopped following you. Okay, we have for runes. Wunjo. Letter W could be significant to you, meaning joy, harmony, joy of life, prosperity, well-being, fellowship, and self-worth. And it's kind of funny that Wunjo rune kind of landed on these King and Queen of Wands, because those are the cards we had when we were talking about like your community and being able to make something into a home, or make something work, like create your community, create a home. And that's kind of where that like fellowship with like the runes where it says in the book here, that's kind of where that fellowship comes in a little bit too, where maybe you stay here because you are making good friends here. Like you finally feel like, oh, I found my people. Next we have, which one is it? I'm looking. The Kenaz rune. Letter K. Letter K, maybe that's something significant to you. Meaning beacon, torch, creativity, awakening, growth, opening, illumination, self-knowledge, and vision. So again, maybe being in this like community of people, like a community that you've sort of curated for yourself. I see that maybe being really good for you and being a reason for why you end up staying, and why this place that you're living in, this community, like, or, municipality or whatever, becomes part of your long-term future. This place there's something about this place that is going to be really good, I think, for your spiritual awakening and enlightenment too. There are lessons and experiences you'll be able to have in this place, in this community, that you weren't able to have elsewhere. And then next we have where's the one I'm looking for? I keep skipping past the page by accident. Oh my gosh, what am I doing? Okay, the Uruz. Uruz rune. Letter U. That could be significant to you as well, meaning brute strength, bison, buffalo, bull, strength, vitality, good health, power, healing. Yeah, there's something about this place, and I did see your comment where you feel comfortable here, you like the culture, it's very relaxing. I think because maybe before you were kind of in like the survival mode because, you were constantly having to pack and go elsewhere and were maybe running away from something. And now you don't have to feel this way anymore. So you feel maybe like you're getting stronger, or again, Spirit's showing me again with like the tree roots, like you're growing your roots here in this community. And maybe there's something about that gives you like just like a better, and the stability too, like a stronger foundation, a stronger stability or something for you. So it looks like you're in the right place. Doesn't seem like you need to relocate at this time. Let's do a Moonology for just something extra. Woo! All right. A whole bunch fell out, but Spirit's showing me we're going to keep. It's time to release negativity. Okay, so whatever it was with that devil, it's okay. It's safe to let it go. And then we have you and your loved ones are safe with our new moon in Cancer. So yeah, this seems like a safe place for you to be. Maybe you lived in dangerous neighborhoods before. I can understand that. Sometimes a lot of people like that end up in these dangerous neighborhoods, they don't really want to. They wouldn't normally choose to be there, but it's what they could afford, or it was close to their work, or there was some other reason for it. I think you're in a safe environment now. So you are safe. You and your loved ones are safe. And so that's what I have for you. I really hope that was helpful. I'm going to put these back. And we're going to jump into our next reading. And our next reading is for Jean XO. She is wondering about her financial future. You're welcome, Steph. I'm really glad that was helpful to you. All right, Jean says she's ready. I'm ready. It reminds me of SpongeBob. I'm ready. I'm ready. Okay, I don't know. But that's just the energy I felt. I think this is kind of like going to be the energy of your reading too. It's like, so you're asking about your financial future and you're like, I'm ready, but that really brought up in me the whole SpongeBob, the optimism, the excitement, and the joy. I'm ready. I don't see you being employed at the Krusty Krab. But let's see what does come up. Jean XO financial future. Okay, Ace of Wands. 5 of Pentacles, the Fool. Ooh, some kind of a beginning or a risk, and then 9 of Pentacles, security. Okay. I see where in the past you have struggled with money. With the 3 of Swords, maybe like disappointment, and I'm seeing like you had savings built up and then something happened and you had to use all the savings and you're like, God damn it. And then 5 of Pentacles where they're struggling, and I'm something about economic instability, which I can understand that, especially certain parts of the world or certain parts of, well, Canada and the US, like especially in the 2000s, there was that big recession. There was a lot of people really struggled for years, and a lot of people still struggle. So I see where you started off with struggling. I'm seeing there's a little bit of extra work or like extra projects or something on the side that either you've been offered or you will be offered. Oh, okay, you let your ex borrow the life savings he's pretending to pay. Okay, and that's even like heartbreak. So like, yeah, I see. Oh no. Oh dear. Yeah, I see where that's an issue. But I see where you've been able to do little jobs and little things on the side here and there, I think on top of the regular work that you do. And that's been able to sustain you and to maybe like, I'm seeing just like stacking pennies and being like, nah, eventually this is going to add up. It's going to add up. It's going to add up. And then, you know, eventually, yeah, it does. You start off with like a stack of pennies, and then I'm seeing like a castle built out of pennies. I don't know why I'm seeing pennies. We don't even use pennies in Canada anymore. Do you guys even use them in the US? I'm not sure. Instead of paying me back, he's been putting the money into new businesses and is keeping me from starting any of my own. Oh my God, I am so sorry. Good thing he's an ex. Holy crap. But I see here the Fool. I see that you will be starting some kind of new venture. And 9 of Pentacles, that's security. That's financial security. This cat is even named Mr. Business, by the way. So if you're looking to start your own business, I think you will be able to do this. I'm going to let's bridge the gap. So between your ex stealing your money, basically stealing it, and you not being able to start businesses and you starting something here. So Spirit, let's fill in the blank. What's happening here? Oh, and I understand. You let him borrow it because you thought you were going to get married and have a family, and it was someone you trusted. Yeah. So let's see. Spirit, can you bridge that gap? Fill in the blank between the ex basically stealing the money and Jean not really being able to start any new ventures, and her starting this thing that you're saying she's going to start. Okay, 5 of Cups, 5 of Wands. I'm trying to set these up so it's not such a huge mess, but anyway, whatever. Okay, 5 of Cups, 5 of Wands. 5 of Wands is often conflict. 5 of Cups is like loss and remorse and regret. I can see where you maybe regret, but don't kick yourself for this, because you did actually believe that you and that person were going to be together. And a lot of times in marriages, the finances are shared like that. So it's not like you did anything wrong there. 6 of Cups. Are you thinking of maybe fighting him legally and trying to get the money back that way? Maybe like a civil suit or something like that? Because I'm seeing like being owed like something about back pay from, well, there's something, if we wanted to get into timing, 5 or 6 months. That money from like 5 or 6 months ago that you've been owed. Sorry, I need to rearrange these a little bit. No, it was these this way. Okay. Yeah, I'm seeing some kind of like, let's see, is there, yeah, conflict, regret. You've lost a lot, but you and often with Five of Cups, in the regular Rider-Waite anyways, she has 3 that are dumped out and 2 that are left. So it's like she takes the 2 that are left. So perhaps here with our 5 of Cups, Linda has 3 that are empty, 4, that one's empty, but there's still a bit left in the bottle. Two Swords. Yeah, I see where you're at an impasse. I saw your comment saying you can't necessarily afford an attorney. Civil suits are only up to $6,000 and he owes you 6 figures? Holy crap. He robbed you, really, is what he did. I'm sorry. Oh my gosh. But there's something about a fight and you're getting back like money that you were owed. His father told you to sue him. Honestly, maybe still look into suing. Again, I don't know necessarily where you live. And this is going to be up to you and your gut feeling and what you're able to do within your capabilities here, of course. So just take what I say here with a grain of salt. But some attorneys will only charge you a fee if you win. That could be something to look into. There could be some kind of organization that can help with this. But yeah, there's something about you're going to be fighting to get back money that you were owed. And I'm seeing something about back pay. Or threaten to sue even. Maybe just to threaten to sue. Like a strongly worded letter from an attorney. That's very... Yeah, because I'm still seeing something about you're going to get back whatever it was you were owed. Then the Fool and the 9 of Pentacles. I want to know a little bit more about that. The Lovers, okay, going into, I'm seeing maybe a business partner or somebody in your life that you have a loving connection with, perhaps. You get into business together. And then Queen of Pentacles, you're like Miss Thing. You're like Miss Moneybags. Self-employed, you are like Queen... I was going to say like Queen of your home, but not only are you like the Queen of your home, like you're the breadwinner. Yeah, okay. Somebody is going to help you, I think, to get that money back, and they're going to help you to start up your own new business or your own new project. I'm hearing something about an enterprise. Okay, well, that was like a whole bunch of tarot cards. We're going to do some runes for you. Perhaps in the next 5 or 6 months, too, even with this 5 and 6 of Cups. Cups are often, well, when I do timing, cups are months. So maybe in the next 5 or 6 months. Oh yeah, we had these runes, by the way. Maybe you'll start seeing something happening in the next 5 or 6 months. All right, so we have Laguz. Letter L. L could be significant to you in some way. Oops. Meaning water, flow, emotions, water, renewal, life, energy. I'm hearing something about let him have it, but it's not let him have the money. It's let him have it as in when you really like, you are really angry and you like, you're yelling at someone or you're really telling them off. They're like, yeah, let him have it. Yeah, I'm seeing something about like, you're going to start baring your teeth. I'm seeing like a tiger snarling. Let him have it. Let him have the teeth, the fangs, the bite. And then we have Sowilo, again with our letter S. S could be significant to you, meaning sun, good guidance, wholeness, awareness, hope, goals achieved. Good guidance. I think you are going to, I think you are going to be able to speak to an attorney who's going to be able to help you get something back from him. Absolutely. I like Brenda's comment about let the law deal with this. You're not going to be able to do this on your own. You are going to require assistance from someone that is a professional. And then, yeah, I'm hearing that. Let him have it. I'm seeing the image of like, I'm getting like cartoon images, like somebody's got their boxing gloves. Boom, boom, boom. Let him have it. Pow. Let's do a Moonology card for you. Well, that one just fell off the back. Because you and your loved ones are safe. We're going to put it back in the deck, though. But I like seeing the message that you're safe in this situation. Believe in the impossible, that you will get back what you are owed. Personal issue reaches resolution. Full moon in Cancer. I'm not an astrologist, but perhaps something about Cancer season. So I could, what is that, July? Maybe something in there. Next 5 or 6 months. It is November, December, January, February, March, April. April, May is next 5 or 6 months, but perhaps like maybe around July, maybe you finally get the money that you're owed. But I see that. Believe the impossible and a personal issue reaches a resolution. But you can't do this on your own. Like I said, you are going to have somebody step in and work with you on your behalf. Okay, and that's what I have for you, Jean XO. Best wishes for you with that situation. Because you were robbed, really. Your ex basically robbed you. And he's not going to get away with that. I get that feeling. Comeuppance, karma, comeuppance. Something like that. It's kind of what I'm feeling. And I got that word comeuppance. Yeah, someone's going to help you to get that money. And then we saw that there was a new business venture for you and the security. And I love that the cat on that card is even named Mr. Business. Did I get that believe the impossible for you about your other? Oh my gosh, that's funny. Well, there you go. Believe the impossible. So next we have DK. And DK is wondering if they're going to have their own place to live soon. DK is wondering if they're going to have their own place to live soon. Yeah, comeuppance. I don't know who like coined that term, but the first time I ever heard someone say it was Ram Dass. And ever since then, I've been like, that is the perfect word for it. All right, but DK. Sweet D. Looking for a place of their own. Are they going to find a place of their own to live? And soon? Let's see. New place to live for DK. I see maybe your current living situation is kind of rough. I'm not sure how old you are. I get the feeling though you're like a young adult. Okay, but we're gonna just new place to live. Judgment card. 10 of Wands. You're 61. Okay, well your energy is young then. I'm picking up young energy. It seems like the current living situation or wherever you were before, yeah, I have the Devil and the 9 of Wands. Perhaps there were some toxic things happening in your environment. Maybe you had housemates or family or someone you were living with that just really was not good for you. I'm seeing like just exhausting and energy draining kind of environment. And I see where it's left you 9 of Wands. Normally that is the card for like the long-standing trauma. Oh, renting a room and then the landlord passed. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. But I'm hearing something about like the long-standing trauma or the long-standing stress of being in such a situation. Six of Wands is often like success, victory. Success, victory. Jean's goal here is to get some of the fries off of that plate before Linda can walk past. So Linda, looks like something has happened and she's dropped some of the fries off her plate and Jean looks like he's about to catch one. He's about to achieve his goal and I'm seeing you're about to achieve your goal. Judgment. There's some kind of choice that you need to make. Do you want to live on your own or do you want to live with housemates? Because I'm seeing 10 of Wands in the Bob's Burgers Tarot. That's our happy family, our community, our happy home card. So I'm seeing where perhaps living with housemates could be really good for you. But Judgment, it's up to you. Do you want to live on your own or do you want to... Okay, and I'm seeing that your comment about where you want to live on your own. So let's pull some cards about living on your own. So there were circumstances in the past that made it really difficult for you to be on your own. 10 of Cups. Not sure if maybe there were some like emotional or like psychological like stresses or something like that that made it difficult to function on your own. Again, like I'm going to try not to get into excuse me, anything too personal. And then we have Justice, something being balanced out here. So what's being balanced out? What can she know about living on her own? Ooh. See, now you're in a place where you would do really well on your own. Okay, I like that. High Priestess, Strength, Justice. There's something you don't know. I'm seeing there's perhaps some kind of a loophole or, yeah, I'm seeing some kind of a loophole or some kind of thing you're not aware of that's going to help you to like get a good lease and maybe something, I'm getting something about like rent control. And it's really going to work to your advantage. Now, you said you're 61. There could perhaps, I don't know where, you said you moved to one state or another. You don't have to give any information on like where you are or anything like that, please, for your safety. Like I just always tell my viewers, like don't dox yourself. But some places may have like rent control for seniors or like special, yeah, something special about housing for older people where you might be able to get some kind of a reduced rent Or again, with the rent control where it can't go up past a certain threshold. And it's with High Priestess, it's something that exists, but you just aren't aware of it yet. But you can work it out. You'll be able to maybe work that out with, well, justice, maybe that being the landlord or the homeowner or the property manager even. And I don't know how things work in the states, but perhaps your state or some states have some kind of special policies or something like that when it comes to like rent or housing for older people. But yeah, I do see, and again, I'm being told to show you this Ten of Wands again. Where before, this was housemates, but it also is just like a supportive community, having a supportive community of people around you to help you. And I saw where you were saying you were hoping to get a different job to earn some more money. Let's see if we can get any info from Spirit about that. I think so. Yeah, yep. There it is. Page of Wands, that's like perhaps a written offer. This could be at first your application or your resume, and then you get some kind of letter or written offer, some kind of like onboarding documents or something. And then we have Ace of Pentacles, and aces are my yeses, pentacles are money. Yeah, I think that the new job that pays a little better, I see that coming, but also look into seeing if there is some kind of a legal or other type of loophole to help you get more affordable housing. All right, rune time. Oop. Okay, we had that one just fall out. And that is Othala, the Othala rune. Meaning property. Okay, inherited property or possessions, aid in physical, spiritual journeys, ancestral homeland. Yeah, okay, so property, I'm seeing where you're gonna be able to get help with finding the right property or renting or whatever it is that you choose to do for housing. Yeah, someone's gonna be able to help you with that. There's somebody you're able to talk to, and because I'm not in the States, I don't know what kind of, if that's you're through your municipality or through the property management company or exactly what, but there is someone you're going to be able to talk to who's going to help you. Good. This is good news. I like seeing this for you. So yeah, getting your own place, yes, it might require a little bit of help, but I do see that there's a new job with better pay. Let's pull a Moonology for you. Personal issue reaches resolution. That could be the job thing or the finances. We have don't let pride get in the way. And I'm not seeing where, like, I'm not seeing that you're struggling with any kind of pride or ego in this situation. But maybe you're like, well, no, I don't want to accept, like when we were talking about perhaps like housing for seniors, where maybe you're a little hesitant to accept something like that because you're like, no, like I don't think I really need that, or I'm not like so and so who's in a desperate situation and needs that. Well, you can still get the help. You can still accept help should you choose to go that route. That just because somebody else may need it more than you doesn't mean that you can't benefit also. So that's what I have for you. I hope that was helpful. I am going to put these back. And then we're going to move on to our second last, which is Brenda. Brenda is wondering about getting a lovely surprise in the coming weeks. Week or weeks? We could look at both. Spirit's showing me the image of a Christmas tree with some really beautifully wrapped presents underneath, and it's the night before Christmas, and you're like super tempted to peek in the box, and Spirit's like, do you really want to ruin the surprise? But you know what, let's see what we can find out. Lovely surprises coming in the next. Let's pull a card or a couple cards for something for the next week. So, are there any surprises coming for Brenda in the next 7 days? Oh, we got the moon. It's a secret. The lovers. Ooh, girl. What have you been doing? I mean that in a good way. The moon and the lovers. Some kind of like maybe late night link up or something. Or a date. Ooh. Perhaps. But also, okay, messages coming to you through your dreams. This could be about like a lover or somebody that is like that you're trying to manifest, perhaps. Maybe you're going to start dreaming about this person and getting like intuitive kind of information about them that way, or from them even that way. Okay, and then let's look at some lovely surprises for the next few weeks. She said, no, not really. Okay. I still think you're going to still like be dreaming about there's some kind of a love connection or something you're manifesting. You're going to get more information on that, I think, through your dreams, in your subconscious there. So anyway, next few weeks. Two of Pentacles. Nine of Wands. Three of Pentacles. Empress. Okay. Some kind of goal or desire that you have is going to, I think, start coming to fruition a little bit better and start growing a little bit more, because you're going to start getting support from other people. Your goal is there's some like really draining, really like chronically stressful type of situation that you're in. Your goal is to get out of this and to change that energy, to perhaps start something brand new and grow whatever this brand new thing is. It's going to start off with a couple of people being like, yeah, okay, like I want the same thing as you. I also want this stressful thing to come to an end. Like, sure, I can help you, or I can talk to someone and see what we can do. And then that Two of Pentacles, that little bit of support, turns into Three of Pentacles. You get a little bit of extra support. So maybe it starts off with two people got your back in this situation, and then another person has your back, and then maybe three more people have your back. You're going to be getting support. And it could be in a way that you're not expecting, or it could be from people that you did not expect to get support from when it comes to achieving and manifesting this goal, or starting this new thing in your life and having it grow. Clarification on that Empress. Nine of Swords. Untouchable. I'm getting that, like, you're untouchable. Now, like, usually this is like stress, anxiety, you know, panic kind of a thing, fear with Nine of Swords. But I'm seeing like you've already been subject to that. Look, Tina has she's got her robe here. So she's doing kind of the whole Mother Mary thing. And I'm seeing like divine protection here. But with spatulas and stuff, like they're coming out from her. They're not stabbing into her. She's untouchable. You're untouchable. Something maybe with the support that you're getting from these other people around you will help to make you unable to be hurt in this situation. So that might be a really lovely surprise. We're going to do some runes. Spirit's telling me to throw one more. Okay, and this one just doesn't want to fall out of my hand, so we're going to go with this one. So we got, first of all, I think this one was Wunjo. I'm going to double check. Yeah, it is Wunjo. See, I'm starting to remember these. Wunjo, W, letter W could be significant. Maybe somebody who supports you maybe starts with a W, or could be something about like Wednesday or something. Maybe that's a significant day of the week that something happens. Anyway, meaning joy, harmony, joy of life, prosperity, well-being, fellowship, and self-worth. So maybe the fellowship with you and the people who are supporting you, because you are all like, hey, this situation sucks and we all deserve better. And so you're like recognizing all of your self-worth individually and collectively, and you're working together to assert that. Okay, and then we had this one. This was I think it was letter U. Yeah, Urus. Yeah, letter U, Urus. It's brute strength, vitality, power, and healing. I'm seeing an image. I'm kind of being reminded again with this Nine of Swords. I'm seeing an image of, I think it's King Kong, and he's up on the skyscraper and the planes are flying around him and he just swats them away like they're toys. I'm seeing that's like your kind of energy that you have now. You have like the energy of like King Kong, and somebody is trying, whoever is contributing to this crap situation that you're trying to get out of, or that energy, they're like sending their planes and all their best men and whatever after you or whatever, and you're just like swat, flick, yeet. You're like, nope, you can't touch me. So yeah, you're untouchable, unharmable in this situation. You are going to be much stronger, and it's with this support from these other people. You are going to become so much stronger with this support against, whoever it is that's like sending these. And when I say like attacks, it's like the maybe you're in a bullying or some kind of a situation where people are just hurtful or snide or whatever, and their comments and stuff it's just not going to affect you anymore. You're untouchable. And then our last rune is this straight line looking one. What is that one called? I can't remember. Isa. Oh, and it is letter I, meaning ice, frozen in time, concentration, stasis, blocks, or standstill. I think that's what's coming to an end. You were trying to make progress in this area before, maybe like on your own, and it was really difficult because you just didn't have enough support. The support you did have, of course, is very lovely and appreciated, but it's just, you needed an army when at the time you just had a crew, Now you're going to start to have that army. Okay, Moonology for you. All right. Bring love into the situation. Okay, so that could be about that first surprise with the having a dream or something that gives you more information about like that, maybe a love connection you're trying to manifest. Bring love into the situation. Spirit is going to start bringing love into maybe your situation, your life. What about this other thing, the longer term, next few weeks surprise? Your hard work is paying off. New moon in Capricorn. Now, Capricorn season, is that January? Anyway, that could be significant. Maybe something big happens in January here with this goal. And your hard work is paying off. You've been fighting the good fight for a long time. And now, now you you're gonna start seeing like the success, the victory. It's gonna be Spirit's showing me, this is kind of a funny image, an uphill battle. And it's you with the couple of people that are, behind you, got your back, supporting you. You're all fighting, or like you're fighting back against, okay, I'm gonna have to draw this. My lovely, beautiful art skills. Okay, here's the hill. Okay, uphill battle. This is Brenda. You've got your sword. You're fighting against, this is multiple, let's say this is multiple people. The big army. Do you love my, I can actually draw, but when I'm doing this really quick, Spirit's just like, nah, just get the point across. Army. Okay. This is who you've been fighting against this whole time. It's been an uphill battle. There's you. You've got other people supporting you eventually. And, that's a fun fact. I didn't know Brenda was Gaelic for sword. See, that's cool. Anyway, it's been an uphill battle. It's been really tough. They're up here on the top of the hill thinking, oh yeah, we got the higher ground, blah, blah, blah. But the thing about this is that the hill has a back to it. So eventually you are going to be the ones ending up here at the top of the hill, and these guys are all going to tumble down the back. Okay, if that makes any sense to you. My lovely art today. So hopefully I was able to kind of illustrate the point that Spirit wanted me to share with you. Uphill battle for you lately, but it's going to eventually be downhill for them, for whoever it is that you're up against. So that's what I got for you. Isn't that fantastic artwork? Doesn't it make you just want to put like a sticker and write like good job or something on it? Like you just want to put that on your fridge. And then we have our final reading for today for this week's stream, and that's for Wendy. And Wendy is wondering how retirement will go. And maybe if there's anything extra Spirit wants you to know, Wendy, about retirement. With Temperance, I don't know who does the song, but it's like, slow ride, do, take it easy. That's in my head now. Taking it easy, relaxing, slowing down. You've spent your working life rushing, laboring. Now you get to like take a break and actually like sit back and and just chill. I'm seeing just that deep breath out. Whew. But let's see. But I see you're going to be keeping still quite busy. I like seeing that with that Chariot. Perhaps travel too for you. That Chariot can also mean travel. But how's retirement going to go for Wendy? First of all, congrats. it is a big privilege to be able to retire. So I'm very happy for you and excited for you with that. We got King of Pentacles. We have something about like solid foundations, like having your needs being met. Physical needs, I think money, financial needs are still going to be met. And I'm like, you earned it. I'm hearing that. You've earned it. High Priestess. This will give you more time to connect with others, like spiritual aspects of yourself, to maybe connect with guides, and this is going to be a good time because you'll actually have the time, and because you won't be working, you'll have more like energy physically, mentally. You'll have more of that mental bandwidth to explore aspects of your spirituality. Brenda, thanks for the super chat. I appreciate it. But yeah, you might be able to, no, you will be able to. You will have that opportunity. Spirit's saying it's not might, it's will. You will have that opportunity to explore other parts of your spirituality. What are you doing over the next 6 months? There's reminiscing, of course, and having time to be like, oh yeah, those were good days, but to also create new good old days. Because in the future, today will be, oh, those were the good old days. But what else are you doing in the next 6 months? Okay, not actually dying. Don't worry about that death card. It's just change. You're adjusting to the retired life. Judgment. You're calling the shots when it comes to your own schedule. Oh, I see what's happening here. Yeah, it is going to take you a little bit of time to get used to being retired and not operating on somebody else's schedule for you. Where you can wake up when you want to. You can go, you know, oh, I feel like going into town today for something, or I feel like going to, I don't know, like the museum or the art gallery or whatever. Yeah, you know what? I think I'll just go. I don't have, because you won't have any of the prior commitments that you used to have. But getting used to a new routine is kind of tough. I see why you got the death card for that. When you've spent decades, because if you're retiring, that makes me think you are older, perhaps like 60 plus. If you've spent decades operating on someone else's schedule and going along with somebody else's decisions, I see where it is hard to get used to being the boss of your own life at this point and being in charge of your own schedule and your own routines. Yeah, and I think that's it's difficult for a lot of people, from what I understand, who enter into retirement or for whatever other reason no longer have to work. Yeah, just finding new things to do with their time and adjusting to, oh my gosh, this is a new part of my life to get used to. It's really weird. Yeah. What else can we know about how retirement will be? So yeah, the next 6 months, it's going to take you a little bit of time to fall into a new routine. Maybe before retirement, you were getting exhausted, which I could understand that too. Just you were tired, you were doing everything for somebody else's. You were doing all this work for someone who was making $1 while you made a dime. But then there's something about youthful energy, like a renewed sense of youth and like new like vitality. You have more energy now. And I'm seeing that even though, yeah, your retirement age or whatever, you're going to feel younger than you have like in years, which is very exciting. And I'm seeing like you're keeping your mind sharp. Your mind is still young, which I think that's going to be really good for you. Let's do some runes. What do we got? What do we got for runes for Wendy and her retirement adventures? We have We have Fehu, letter F. There could be, something significant about F or something about Friday. Maybe there's something you're going to start doing on Fridays that becomes part of your new routine. We have F, Fehu, meaning cattle, wealth, success, wealth, abundance, increased income, possession, happiness, and financial gain. So you may not be working like a typical, like a job anymore, retired, but you're still getting some kind of money or some kind of abundance coming in from elsewhere, which that's really good. I think that's very exciting and good news for you. And then we have, what is it? The Kanaz, that's what it was. The Kanaz rune. Creativity, awakening, growth, opening, illumination. Maybe you start taking up hobbies that you never really had time for in the past that you're always interested in. Like, this is just an example, but like maybe you really like art, but you never really had the time to pursue it because you were at work all day. And then when you were at work, you had all your home responsibilities and you were tired and you know, you had family responsibilities and stuff like that. But now that a lot of these responsibilities are no longer on your plate, you have time to pursue the art or the whatever the hobby is. And there's just, you're starting to exercise the creative muscles, the creative parts of your brain and of your being that you didn't really, I would say you didn't really have access to, because yeah, you did, but you didn't have the energy after getting done everything else that had to be done. So that will be good for you too. So I like that. Get used to I would say the slow life. It doesn't have to be slow. I just mean you're done the rat race is what I mean. Get used to the calm, the being in charge of your own schedule and your own routine. And once you're used to that, maybe being able to get back into the hobbies, I'm really feeling strongly. There's something you're going to start doing on Fridays that is going to be really beneficial to you. Whether that's maybe a group of people that you visit, like, I don't know, if it like bridge club or something like that. Again, like just an example. Or some kind of class maybe that you go to, or I don't know, but it's a gathering of good people around you. And it's going to be very, very good for your mind and your mental health and all of this while you're in your retirement era. So congratulations. I'm really happy for you. I'm so happy that you get to retire and you get to enjoy being the boss of your own life. Yeah, maybe happy hour. Why not? Really? Why not? So that is, we don't want to forget the Moonology. I did put the runes back, but we're going to pull a Moonology for you for just a little bit of extra info. Okay, and then what do you need to release with the waning moon? Now you have time. Kind of makes me think of this high priestess, where now you have the time and the energy and stuff to do some of the inner work. Perhaps there's shadow work to do. That could be something that you'll have an easier time working through now that you are retired and actually have the time and the energy to do it. So that is what I have for you. Retirement looks like it's going to be very good. It's going to be very sunny for you. I love that. I'm very happy for you. So that is what I have for you, Wendy. We're at the end of the queue, and I think this is a good place to stop. Thank you to everybody for watching my stream and for tuning in every week, for supporting my channel and being here and supporting me in all the ways that you do. So I'm grateful for the super chats and for the clients who book with me and stuff like that. But I'm also really just grateful for you guys being here and enjoying this and experiencing this with me, and for giving me the platform and the opportunity to use the spiritual skills that I have to be able to connect with you and help you. All right. So that was the stream. I'm going to see you guys again. Let's aim for next week again. I think I've been having a good time with the Saturday streams. And tomorrow, I'm gonna try one more time to re-record because you guys suggested love for the next pick a card topic. So we're gonna do that. I'm gonna try that again with the pick a cards for tomorrow. And then again, thanks to the sponsor for tomorrow's video, Otter Spirit. The link, if you like the bracelets or want to check out what else they have to offer, the link is in the description and the discount code is there too. So yeah, all right, with that, I'll see you guys later. Bye.